Hi everybody, this is Andrew and you have me at Cruise. And today's special guest with us in our North Van office is Winston from Sandals and Beaches. Welcome.
Thank you, Andrew.
Nice to see you here to start off the new year.
Yes, of course. We always want to be visible in this time of year because this is the time when people want to get away from that outside.
From that weather, I agree.
Yeah.
And this is like Vancouver, so those of you anywhere else in the world with snow, absolutely want to get away to the beaches.
Definitely.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, we're glad you're here. Tell us a little bit about some of the new things that are happening with Beaches and Sandals.
Well, lots of great things are going on. I mean, the latest and greatest, of course, is the Overwater bungalows. We have Overwater Villas and Overwater bungalows. We have 34 of them now since inception about 2 years ago. And they're doing very well. We have them located at Sandals Royal Caribbean, Sandals South Coast, which used to be White House, for those of you who remember that, and of course at Grand St. Lucian.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and doing so well that you have to actually book them about 18 months to 2 years out. Otherwise, you're not getting it.
You're not getting
on so
there.
I encourage you, if you have any clients that are looking, let them look now, but book now, because I just was in another office actually, and the girl says, "Oh yeah, I got clients going to Sandals, Royal Caribbean, and the Overwaters." And I go, "Oh yeah, did you remember to register the booking?" She goes, "You don't remember? I booked it 2 years ago." So you have to do it 2 years in advance, and they're doing very, very well. It's one of the things that you may have to book with us directly, because again, only 34. So a lot of tour operators don't really have them, and that's something important. Yeah.
So talking about planning,
yes,
we can do groups.
Of course, we have two ways to do groups with Sandals and Beaches, and the two ways is the normal, which is where you block out rooms and you make a deposit and then you sell into the group and you make it all happen. Okay. The second way we have is what we call a group code, and that's fairly new to us in Canada. We've been using it in the States a little bit, and it's working quite well. And that group code is something that gives you the opportunity of building a group from one booking. So somebody comes in and they're looking to go away and they're celebrating a great anniversary or birthday or something special. You ask, do you have any friends joining you? And they may say yes. The minute they say yes or possibly, call Sandals, get a group code attached to that booking, to that person, and anybody else that you book to join them adds towards the group. All right? And the beauty again of the group code is not necessary to keep the bookings with the same tour operator.
Opens a few doors.
Opens a few doors, because you have clients or friends, or they're having friends that are coming from the States or England or a different part of Canada, and you find a way to book them on. Yeah. You just code them up. And then they hit 5 rooms, they start getting group amenities. 10 rooms, they get more amenities. And it only works for social groups as well, not incentive groups.
So any type of group. So they don't contact you for this number. You mentioned your inside sales team.
Right, so the inside sales team, you would call in and ask for a group code.
So how many people are in that?
Inside sales?
Yeah.
We have many inside sales, but our team in Toronto is 4.
Okay, so based in Toronto,
dedicated to the community, to the Canadian market. They are available to us in British Columbia from 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. and they can work on the group codes. They can give you last room availability. They can answer questions on what's going on, what do you need to know about.
Quick hit questions.
An interesting one that came up the other day was a client taking down her infant. Do we have infant life jackets?
Yeah, valid question.
Right?
Yeah, and I don't know the answer to those.
I go like, we should. You give them a call inside sales, they call the resort, ask the question, answered. So great resources, great tools, and we want to make sure that you know about us, you know about me. Hopefully everybody should know about me in Vancouver and especially in BC. But definitely that we have a support team in Toronto. Again, after 4 p.m., if you need something desperately, we do have still Jamaica, Antigua, and St. Lucia that can carry over.
They carry over on that.
Another important thing for you to note is when you book directly with us in Toronto, we're starting all the travel agencies at a 13% commission rate. All right, nice. And that's pretty nice.
13%
commission. also, right now, we have the 1, 2, 3. I don't know. So hopefully people are, again, lots of things bouncing around because I'm thinking about so many opportunities. But we also have an additional commission structure right now. So lead-in rooms, you get an extra 1%. Club sandals rooms, you get an extra 2%. And butlers, you get an extra 3%. So guess what?
So I should start with quoting the butler rooms.
And you're making 16%
I'm doing
now.
16 points, and then if that's not affordable, they can go to the next level.
Of course. And of course, you know, the thing for me is you want to let your clients know that they can afford the best. They probably don't want to pay for it, but they can probably afford the best. And you want to offer them and then let them come down. And highly recommend that you stay at least in the club level, the club sandals level. Okay? Sort of like your inside cabins, you know, nobody's, unless they really want that one, you know.
Unless they really want to go.
Yeah, you know, but it is up to you.
So one of the things we're going to do, because you come out to our office regularly, we're going to get a list of all of our consultants over to Winston here.
Correct.
That is that we can do 2 things. What are those 2 things?
Right.
Why I'm going to give you that list?
So you're going to give me the list with the email addresses, because to date, it's important that I update my system so that I know who you guys are. And we want you all to get your own login for the TA portal, because once you get your login for the TA portal, you have access to so many tools, videos, tutorials, access to resort fact sheets, access to special statements. And you also have the opportunity that whenever you're visiting one of my countries, right, and you would like to spend a day at Sandals, we have to know that you are an agent in an office.
Yeah.
And then once we can verify that, but most importantly, too, everybody must have their IATA or TIDS card. Which we will have. So if everybody has that, life is great. And therefore, we need to know about you. So don't keep yourself a secret unless you don't want to know about, you don't want to be part of the Sandals world. But if you do, definitely, I'll be putting your names in there and we'll be in the database. Get your login. All right. Another thing that I want you to do as well is probably email me, because I need to send you an authorization link so that you can authorize me to send you my updates. With the new laws that we have in place in Canada, it's important and it's necessary for me legally. So very important that if you're not getting my newsletters right now, drop me an email, wchang@uvisandals.ca, wchang@uvisandals.ca, and therefore send it to me. I'll send you the little link, and then you authorize me, and then you're on my list. And you're going to get all the great information, fan trips, webinars, all of these great things that are happening, as well as any updates that are happening at the things, at the resorts. Yeah.
So register, get onto the systems, we'll get the login, stay informed.
Yep. Another thing to register your bookings. That's another important step.
Yes.
And so you need a login for that. Registering bookings. You need to register any tour operator bookings. You don't need to register bookings that you do with us, because one of the things that we find, and we know, is that once you book with a tour operator, we as Sandals don't get your information. There's nothing about cruise ship centers. There's nothing about North Vancouver. There's nothing about Lynn Valley. There's nothing. And therefore, we don't know who owns that booking. All right? And they won't tell us. So you need to tell us. But we put a stipulation in that you need to do this registration within 30 days of making the booking.
Of the booking, not the payments, not the departure.
Not departures, yes, not arrivals, etc. But from making the booking.
Yeah, making the bookings, get them registered, get the benefit behind this.
Another big thing too, and again, when I do my training with the team, we'll talk more about it, but we also updated our reward system. Mm-hmm. So now you're getting points, a point system based on sales, on your dollar amount. All right. So, example, if Andrew were to sell a Sandals butler suite, and he made it, and it cost $8,000 or $10,000, right? But I sold a $20,000 butler as well. I would have 20,000 points. He would have 10,000 points. Previously, we would be equal. All right.
Rewarding the effort.
So it's rewarding the effort, rewarding higher sales, which is the way it should be.
That's what we like.
Yeah. Cool. So all of these little things. Yeah.
Wonderful.
All right.
Well, thanks for coming in today.
Yeah, no, thank you. Thank you for the little time, and thank you for supporting Sandals Resorts and Beaches Resorts. And I look forward to meeting you personally if I haven't met you before, and of course to the training. Talking about training, May the 8th, we will have our Certified Sandals Specialist workshops. And May the 8th is our first one in Burnaby. All right, so look out for that. And again, if you have your login, or if you get my newsletters, you'll get all of these updates as we go along.
We'll get all those updated. We got to get into the North Shore with those. Thanks
Very
so much.
good. Okay,
Take care.
thank you again.
Bye-bye.
Bye.